All right, hi you guys. I'm so sorry about that. So one of the things that happens is when I'm like live streaming, several white supremacists get online, and one of the things that they are doing is they believe like, oh, if her face and her voice is going when I'm like molesting small children, I'll get more spiritual coding powers because that's what they're on. Like, oh, black people are like tensor spaces, aka like geometric spaces that are out in different like substance spaces and out in different galaxies and in different gravitational fields, and you can utilize Euclidean geometry and certain type of like physics calculations as well as radiation, something called quarks, leptons and gluons, and chromatography in order to pull on like spiritual powers from space to manifest in the computer through XYZ files. I know that that sounds like crazy, but go ahead and listen to that coding tutorial that I did, and you will see why Bite by Gold watches my YouTube channel. And I can flex and say that I'm one of the top high priestess in the whole entire computer science field because I cracked all the codes and people watch my channel. They try to start whole businesses off my channel. I just wanted to tell you guys that some of the videos that I've made, you guys have seen this proof of chaos. The whole entire tech field shut down, and six satellite companies straight went out of business because I closed their satellites because they were basically using those satellites to bring down floating points and bring down tensor spaces so they can stream child pornography of kidnapped children. So when you guys see different outages on the internet, or why do I keep on getting logged out of my account, my Google account, this and that, that's me doing that. Okay, good. So let's continue with what we were talking about here. So again, the white man, he's an assembly member. He started up on the school board because, yeah, like, why does he think that it's okay to play with you? Like, you're equally there. You've equally worked, right? But remember, I'm no, she's a sex worker. Like, they did a whole investigation. You have no idea when and who ordained this investigation and who said that you can tap my phone because that's coming out because certain information that was going around. But how did you know that she filed the restraining order on you for you to do that 2 days later? I didn't really like know. I just like had a feeling. Oh, okay, because of virtual reality. So I apologize for the technical difficulties. It's a white man that's basically stalling the entire internet and then playing with people's children sexually simultaneously because they think that they're getting spiritual powers. Another thing that you're going to learn about. Sorry about that. Another thing that you're going to learn about is the black body problem. Something called black body radiation, that there's like a gravitational field around us that can accelerate or decelerate radiation, right? That will induce alpha or beta decay. And it's a specific constant in the universe, so that you need to account for it in your calculations. So one of the things that they were spreading is that black people are like black bodies, that, oh, they're supposed to be absorbing like chemicals and absorbing a trauma and being sexually assaulted and kidnapped because like they're dark, and the reason why they're dark skinned is because they did something bad. It's called black body radiation. Now some of you guys are like, okay, what is this nonsense? When you go to get your PhD in chemistry or physics or computer science, this is what they're teaching. That's why those places are like closed to black and brown people. They're just doing sex rituals on people and harassing people and playing with magic and hacking people's phone. And that's why Alex shouted me out, because he saw that. Thank you, Alex. And I mentioned the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go through Bite Go, and we're going to explain what has been going on. Now, one of the things that's been going on here is, you guys know about that 37 file. Good. Just waiting for it to get clear again. Right? Clarity brings a lot of chaos because you were creating confusion. Yeah, people can't like hear that I did all that, but they will. I'm a sex worker. Yeah, look at her photos. She was sending me all these photos doing this and that. When? Right. That's what they did. And then they were playing with tarot readers, Brandy, aka Ghetto Nun, Stephanie Smith, etc., that were then playing with rituals and playing with magic and lighting up everyone's hood. So now, what's happening here is the stalking and the so here something's gonna end up happening. There's like a message that I got that I wanted to like show you guys like how far this is going with people like contacting me with 37 because they saw this. So Department of Homeland Security is contacting you like, wait, what? I thought that was a joke. No, it's not a joke because they know I'm the top chemist. And they know that like what I'm about to do next is gonna end chemistry. It's chemistry is already over. That's why we keep on having drug recalls and chemical recalls. Okay, so black women's hair products. I've been talking about that for months. You were putting chemicals in it to play with us like that, like thinking that you were gonna like anchor us to some portal or some tensor space to get magical powers, magical coding powers. So half of the black community ended up getting terrorized because you want to play with C++ and Kubernetes. Okay, so the internet's like running slow. Okay, so something specific that I was like looking for, a specific like message that somebody had sent me. Um, okay, thank you. Let me close this out because I don't want people like getting harassed because their name, like, oh, maybe we can do rituals on them. Okay. Yeah, black and brown developers going missing, a bunch of kids going missing, like, oh, he knows how to code, maybe. Yeah. And then like, oh, well, she'll have to like give him the code and then he'll have to give it to us, like not that holding people hostage, like nonsense. Oh, DNA testing, she's Nigerian. Maybe we can just gather other Nigerians and then we can code. Okay. Right. And that's why this is happening. Uh, there's this article that ended up coming out in the middle of this about Raphael Mandaman, but specifically Nathan Albee, whose family has been under investigation. He was a full-time legislative aide for Hillary Ronen. He was his legislative aide for Matt Haney. He was his legislative aide and also a political consultant for all of the board of supervisors. Why? Because they have a specific technology where you can like launder and hide money so that your campaign finance funds, you can go ahead and move your money around. So here it's in this document again, and I'm going to pull this one up specifically because remember I showed you guys a letter, a specific letter that I was sent in response. And then after that, the mayor of Oakland gets raided and everyone else. Pay attention, you guys. Pay very close attention. Everyone is going to jail. Every single person that rolls a single hand to play with me spiritually, you are done for. The most treacherous thing that you can get yourself involved in and binded in is playing with a high priestess spiritually. And you're a white. I'm just going to keep it real. After playing with religion, you must be stupid. You're asking for trouble. You saw how dark I was. You already knew better. You know I'm African. That should mean something. We're just smart, book smart. That's a double drama. Right. Top Trump operative. Something's going to come out about the recent raid that happened and how all of them donated to Trump behind the scenes. Like, oh, really? Oh my God, Donald, I completely understand. Just keep on going. Woo! Right. Department of Elections because I emailed them. There's another email that I'm going to pull up. I emailed the Department of Elections and they said, "Thank you. We're going to send this straight to the district attorney." You emailed the Department of Elections? I did, and I told them that Matt Haney was using his election campaign funds because I looked through those documents to pay for spell work. Thank you. And they emailed back saying, "Thank you, Ms. Olsen. We're going to go ahead and send this over to the district attorney." The district attorney, Chesapeake, he investigated and they recalled him. Yeah, San Francisco got a new DA. Right. Now something's going to come up. Who voted in that election? Because a lot of people didn't vote. But one of the things here is right. Allowing non-citizens to vote. What type of non-citizens? Oh, Cyborgia, Russians. Right. Yeah. They wanted to have proof of citizenship to vote. Right. Because of something else that they were doing, like, oh, making fake papers. Okay. To tamper with elections. Now something else is going to come out with empty offices. Oh, we have an office. It's about like 400 units. You can do like two people per like unit, and then that's it. The whole election is done. Like about 12 offices, Salesforce, etc. There's suites up there, and that's how they've been rigging all elections in San Francisco. And that's exactly what they're about to do to London Breed because they're getting her out of office. So now, come out. His best friend Latifah Simon, he would never do that. Okay, this is so much fun. People that have no idea. Yeah, that bitch is gonna go down. Okay, so when can we have sex? This is exactly what she looks like because she's stupid. And she went to go get her like her butt shots or something like that, and everyone started making fun of her. Oh, this is the one that they were talking about in virtual reality. They were spreading in virtual reality that they were inviting these men over to their house and cooking magic into their food to try to get sex from them. She set up the whole entire black community and got fired from Akanati Foundation. Also, she used to work as the president of a foundation, got fired, removed. Then went to another foundation that is now shutting down. Like, okay, whoops. Oh, because I came over here and then there was an investigation following me because $75,000 went missing on spell work. That they were doing all that though. Okay, I had no idea that they were doing that. Okay, how are we gonna hide what happened? Because two people died in between this magic. Prince White from Urban Peace Movement, and then Amanda also passed away. They worked in the same exact office. But wait, another thing that ended up happening was Galen. Galen, he ran this specific organization that they worked out of, Youth Impact Hub. That's how I met them. They drank the period blood that Desiree gave them because remember, Desiree was somebody that involved in this. She was glamoring people with period blood, like, oh, I used to be a sex worker. Everyone knows my past at Mills. Like, okay, no, but I'm gonna need money. I'm not gonna be broke anymore. I'm tired of being homeless and going from job to job and getting kicked out because people know my background check and my husband's a registered sex offender and I have drug priors, getting caught doing sex work with like crack pipes and things like that on me. This is Desiree. So she started feeding people period blood and in a tea business. That tea business is no more. But Prince and Amanda passed away, and Galen got cancer, and he's currently in chemo. All of them got cancer. Some strange stage 4 cancer. All of them got cancer. Some strange stage 4 cancer. And Prince White and Amanda Green passed within 6 months of each other. Thank you. That's what they're trying to hide. That magic went that far, and that's what they're playing with. Okay, what is this? This is going to end up on the news and be so explosive. This is Desiree. That's her right there. Yeah, she's trying to take all the opportunities. I'm like, where are you from? Stupid in the scarcity mindset because you just know, like, being around me, people are going to know that you're a fraud. Now, something's coming with cannabis robberies and like people's whole economies and businesses getting raided and a bunch of nonsense going on. This is how this got started. Hood Incubator. Who's this? Latifah Simon's friend. This is Latifah Simon's best friend, Channy. Okay. This is who they do business with. Winnie Smart and Hood Incubator. I did trainings and stuff like that, like how to start your business, self care when you're doing your business, how to organize yourself, et cetera, because I was very successful. That's how people know me. So now one of the things here is this is completely shut down. Why? Oh, we collected a bunch of data and stuff like that, and then everyone got robbed. So everyone's like calling my phone back to back. Oh, okay, because this one is also friends with Latifah Simon, but her best friend was Amanda. Amanda was on her board, this woman that passed away. So when I started calling out the spell work, she was like, ooh, yeah, because I was playing with magic too and starting shit. Okay. There's something called like the Queer Women's Media Project. Her ex was a part of that. She's like Arab or something like that. I can't remember her name. It's the Queer Women's Media Project. All of them were involved in playing with spell work. There's huge battles. The whole arts community got defunded because of them, because of magic and Prince Amanda's death. And they called it on them too. So Amanda passed away and she went to go get involved. Yeah, I think this is crazy. And but yeah, we need funding. Okay, let me see if I can get funding off this. If I go with them, like, yeah, this and this and that. Playing with magic. Because Latifah Simon secretly wanted to sleep with Matt Haney. And she was trying to use my name, 3 and 7, to go and play. Thank you. Now you see how you're running for Congress. So you need to tell me in an instant they're going to remove like most of the black and brown like legislators, the good people, because they saw you do something stupid and they were building this up and using this against everybody's campaign. Look at Nina Simmons, or I think her name is Nina Johnson. She ran for campaign like I think in either like Michigan, I can't remember what state. They rigged her whole election. Let me see Nina. Nina Turner, yeah, election, rigged her whole campaign. Some really solid black women went to go get nominated for Supreme Court. Ooh, whoa, rigged the whole thing. Put Ketanji Brown because her husband's a white man that has been traditionally involved in having men and women of color kidnapped for clinical trials. The new Supreme Court Justice, Ketanji Brown. That's a high priestess here, a black woman. That's on here. Yeah, because her husband, yeah, he's a doctor. Kidnapping people for clinical trials. Like, okay, we'll just keep this quiet. You know where I work. Oh, yeah, that's what you guys created. This all got started when they were playing with spell work. That's what you created. Now, something's funny about Joe Biden and he's like off and stuff like that. They did so much magic on him to pick Kamala. Like, okay, I guess she'll be my running mate. Okay, but now people don't want him to be president because he's off. Well, that's what you get. Yeah, playing with spell work. Good. So now something else is coming up. Like, okay, Prince White passed away. Okay, Amanda Green passed away. Okay, Galen, Youth Impact Hub, United Roots. He has cancer. Galen Silvestri. How did that happen and everyone's attacking you? That's what got exposed. That you're playing with me with spell work. It was one big explosion all at once. Why is Daisy going bad on everybody? But no, why is Daisy going bad on everybody though? No, but it's Daisy though. She doesn't like talk to really anybody. I only see her working, literally. Oh, she's a weirdo. All she does is work. I don't really like her. Because that's all I do. I don't get involved in nothing. You're coming to me with drama. Okay, sis. So what's up? Do you need a reading or you want your astrology done or what? Or do you want to work? No, let's drink, let's party. Okay, like we can drink and work. Like I've heard of wine and work. What? I don't get into drama. That's how this got started. A bunch of messy, goofy, delusional, trifling ass people. Once again, period blood bandit. Making fake YouTube pages and playing with all the different tarot readers. Do you know this and this and that? That's another way this came to YouTube. Now you see what I'm talking about. Okay. And mute and people playing and space. Thank you. City government. Serious misuse of taxpayer money by Nate Albee, legislative assistant to San Francisco Assembly member Matt Haney, was exposed. Taxpayer money, not campaign dollars. He was a paid lobbyist for the Jewel, a campaign consultant, and also affiliated with Donald Trump. Wait, hold on. Wait, thank you. Now, something recently just came out about Brooke Jenkins, the DA of San Francisco. This is going to end up on TV. Yeah, I see. And with Kendrick Lamar, that's done. That is so over. That's why it's so quiet. Did you notice something? So Brooke Jenkins, she replaced Chesa Boudin. Something ended up happening. Brooke Jenkins, her husband's cousin got killed. Okay, because your aunties did went to go play with people's phone and stuff like that. I told you we're gonna have wait for life. We're gonna have whatever we need. So fentanyl, that's y'all. Thank you. So now another thing is coming up. Tenderloin. Yeah, supervisors are gonna set businesses a curfew. You have to close by 9. Okay, but yeah, we open on Fridays and everyone's coming out like after the club and stuff like that, and they're walking home Market Street. They walk through the Tenderloin. We have pizza shops and liquor stores and stuff like that. That's how we make our money. Oh, okay. So now a bunch of brown businesses, black and brown businesses, are going to suffer because you guys were selling fentanyl, and you're saying that that's going to stop the crime and the fentanyl. What's going to stop it is you getting out of all this because you're selling it. Now, Brooke Jenkins. Tech exec funneled 273,000 to DA Brooke Jenkins. Okay, I thought you said that this platform is not tapped. They can give me the money this way. That we have secret bank accounts and secret chime cards and secret cash apps. Because Daisy's coding tutorial. Because okay, can you give that bitch her money then? Hey, Daisy, I don't know what you're doing, but I'm just gonna tell you right now, just don't play with me, okay? Every day in virtual reality, just hearing nonsense. Daisy, who was I in my past life? I need to know the truth. She's not answering. Yeah, I'm just like, look, SF Dem alerts IRS to Republican-backed nonprofit donation to Brooke Jenkins here a few days ago. So they're getting money from folks like that to play. People are going missing from the jail. Thank you. Clinical trial testing. Let's get that one. Oh, she has a big butt. She kind of looks like Daisy. Let's take her out of the jail. I know I'm going to get spiritual powers. That's what you guys have gotten started because you're playing with what? They're playing with a technology that's ran from space. It's ran from tensor spaces and XYZ files. I just don't have too much time to explain that. Go watch the coding tutorials. And they think that basically they're going to use black and brown people as like basically like matrix spaces to pull forth spiritual powers. Right. Thank you. So now Bay Area Assembly members spend thousands of campaign dollars at pro sporting events. How did they find this out? Well, I don't know. It's Daisy and her coding tutorials. I just can't tell you. The feds are all over this. I can't talk to you anymore. Okay, but you never told me all the details of this. Okay, yeah, I did tap her phone. Yeah, I was like sending her emails and bullshit too. Yeah, I did upload her to virtual reality. Why? Because she has a bunch of evidence. And there's something about a specific police report. Just don't play with me, though. I just feel like, I don't know, I'm a data scientist, so I'm like really good at tracking data, supervised and unsupervised data. I'm like a living machine learning model to get you set up. I don't really know. But an officer gave me this with a specific court docket number to a specific docket against several white supremacist groups that work within the police that were using this technology. Why would he give me that if it didn't exist? Right. And this all started from my YouTube channel. Remember you guys when used to watch me when I was doing like my healing videos and things like that? And you need to tell me that the whole entire time that you were making all those videos and helping all of us, that's what they were trying with you. Thank you. Right. God is really good. People are really stupid. So now one of the things that's coming up here is that people have gotten exposed a second, third, fourth, fifth time. So Daisy, you really set up the whole entire like political field and the fake social justice people that were playing with like whites the whole time because that's what happens. Like they try to get funding, that's who has the money. But we had our own money because we worked hard. I became a developer. We built a bunch of stuff, but all my money went missing. Yeah, my family, like we built a farm, we even bought land, we had a mine and things like that. They stole our money so that we couldn't protect ourselves. Thank you. Amanda, she was a really sweet lady. I just want to say shout out to her. Right, magic. No, Daisy needs to fight with everybody because then I'm not going to be able to get this and that, and I'm not going to get this opportunity and that opportunity, and people are going to this and that about me. Right. Okay, now I see what you mean by period blood in public food and a tea business. Oh, a trademark. Ooh, and the tea business is now shut down because everyone found out, oh, you're coming to festivals, every festival in Oakland, and you're selling this tea. World has been calling, asking, where is this tea at? Thank you. Thank you. Now you see what's been going on in Oakland. Tea lady is about to get back in the game. Oh, okay. She sent me a message that's going to explode in court. You need some cherry. What are you talking about? Oh, period blood. Now, one of the things that's going to also come out here too is the fact that they knew what Desiree was doing because she's involved with a group of people that play with spell work. This is the woman that officiated her wedding. I was on the Public Health Commission when they were doing this, and they were bringing this to different meetings and causing a bunch of drama. All of them are getting fired. Okay, the director of HIV care. Okay, the director of HIV care for Alameda County Department of Public Health is a ritualist. Yeah, I believe in Ife and Yoruba, and you run a specific right. Okay, goofy. And now you see how the health director for Oakland County, Detroit, Michigan, got murdered playing with all them. Now you see how that happened because they were playing with rituals and people's kids were going missing and they started this. Okay, thank you. So now, Roots of Health, ecotherapy. Yeah, she has some type of like ecotherapy practice or whatever, and doing magic on people and causing drama. She was the one that was playing with Desiree. Yeah, I'll be your EI, your spiritual mother. Okay. Yeah, I just want to tell you about Daisy. And after, hey, do you want some of this tea? Like, I just start making these herbal teas. Like, okay, it looks bottled and packaged and stuff like that. Like, oh, you have a kitchen that you rent. Yeah. Oh no, I make it in my apartment. Ooh, when I have roaches and stuff like that. What is this? A bug in mine? Oh, this may be like a part of like the pulp. Okay. Yeah. So much I gotten started. Alameda County's all over it. So now you see how the drama got started. Like, okay, so you were going around and feeding people period blood first to get them on your team, and you were putting people in jars and magic. You were following Daisy on different social media sites with fake pages and seeing who she took pictures with, who was following her back and forth, etc., and putting them in conflict magic. And that's how this got started. Thank you. And everyone found out. I don't really care. I just stopped talking to everybody. That's why everyone's watching this. Like, oh, I actually don't remember like how me and Daisy stopped talking. I don't remember what actually happened. And that's why now there's a huge rumble that's in the queer community, like the queer black and arts community, like a Shai Dio and all them. You guys know Black Joy Parade, all them that orchestrate that because of what ended up getting started with Desiree. Like, but I don't remember. Like one day I just woke up and I was annoyed with Daisy, but I've never spoken to her. So I'm wondering how that happened. Yeah, because everyone woke up to the magic and Desiree stopped selling that tea. That's what they were playing with. Okay, they'll be busy with that, and then we'll be behind the scenes kidnapping other kids. And the next thing you know, no one will ever say anything because, like, oh, well, you guys got involved in it. Spending his tickets on taxpayer dollars and stuff like that. Okay, who's paying for this? You saying your campaign dollars? Yeah, they were never supposed to see that though. It was supposed to say that it was for like consultants and stuff like that. At sporting, getting good with Steph, I'll get in good with the Niners. No, never think that I was like playing with Daisy. Yeah, but Kendrick Lamar, okay, steal like $20,000 from him, he'll keep quiet. Email his lawyer saying like, hey, the DA wants to talk about what Gascon, DA for LA. That doesn't do his job at all. Rigged the whole election. Okay, he's down there in LA now after San Francisco because George Gascon Some people don't know that the DA of LA used to be the DA for San Francisco. Is it a coincidence that me and Brandy, aka Ghetto Man, that's here going at it like that? Then Kendrick Lamar stepped in, LA. Brandy, LA. Ermias ended up dying in the middle of all this. And then what ended up happening was now George Gasconi is the DA for LA. Noemi Zamecona, Van Jones' baby mama. Van Jones is Matt Haney's old boss. She got caught up playing with me at the Inspector General. Her name is all over LA because I was speaking a specific language that people are like, how are you speaking that language? You have to be like spiritually in tune. So that means you're playing with war. We're not going to talk about that too much. Let's focus here. So now, chaos. So they're spending their money on people's kids because I was complaining about it. Where are you getting the money to pay for spell work? And someone said, okay, you know what? They are paying for spell work because that's expensive. So that's how all these different traffickers and things like that thought it was okay to light up their hood, get all those guns and things like that because they were playing with white people getting money to do rituals and playing with magic. The whole entire ritualist like circle in any community from India to Asia to the Caribbean to Spanish America, all exposed. It's all done over. And that's why you see 4 mayors got murdered in Mexico. I think it was 3. And then like 4 other politicians and like 6 different business owners. The director of like the whole seafood management like bureau in Mexico, she got killed just the other day. Right. California Legislative Jewish Caucus. Oh, okay. So that was going to be their excuse, like, oh, we're Jewish, we would never. Oh, okay, a bunch of white people that are playing with a specific technology and they're getting like spiritual messages to harass people. Good. Right. Yeah, and that was my best friend. And yeah, but we just need a little bit of money. Oh yeah, I can help. I can get in all that too. I can do a couple candles. But hey, can we get like some money for our org? Completely done for. This is the last time they were in operation. Hood Incubator. Why? Because remember, Hood Incubator was in Fast Company, New York Times, CNN, etc. Through a partnership with Ease. Ease is one of the top cannabis delivery companies. And that's how everyone ended up going to jail. Everyone ended up going missing. Everyone's land overseas done for. Okay, well, they don't have like cannabis, but their family has a farm. Okay, maybe we can do pharmacy herbs. This is just one day ago. Because you're watching my okay, Daisy talked about it. News break. Let's go ahead and bring this up. It seems like orbitals are hitting you in chaos and karma. I'm playing. Right. Now, Haney, just go like this 23 times in this article, but it's about the mayor of Oakland because their name came up in that raid. I told you that emo was so vicious. People have not heard from me in like 4 or 5 years. Daisy. I remember Daisy. So you guys think you were doing to a little old Daisy? You guys were playing with her like that? I see now. It started a huge, huge war. The next war that you're going to see, if there's any war that happens, World War III, it's going to be a spiritual war of playing with people's kids like that and playing with the black community like that. And you guys going back and forth with spell work for years playing. It's going to be a huge cultural war with sellouts. And it's going to be a war about white supremacy being a mental illness. That's the next war, period. It's done. Done for. And then the computer, that's World War IV. So now what's happening here is like, okay, yeah, but all these developers are shouting you out, and that's what you just talked about. But remember, I was talking about cybersecurity. Let's look into this. So how many people are actually watching this then? Thousands of people watch my channel. They edit my views. Okay, because you used to get like 20,000 to 30,000 views a day. What happened to your channel? White people. Cybersecurity. Okay, all of a sudden. Okay, Daisy, because you're onto something. Hmm. Right. I remember we went on a specific website. It was like for the EU. Um, EU websites for data breaches. GPD enforcementtracker.com. Okay. So I learned this in my like cybersecurity course. And remember, I have a job too. And like I'm a consultant too because I'm still doing public health work. Oh, right. And then my bank account. Right, because a white man is mad because I turned him down and then uploaded me to virtual reality to play with the whole entire black community. Enforcement tracker. Here we go. Where you get to see who got fined and violations for like playing with data. So I brought this up and people started looking into this and said, "Oh, okay, that's what you guys are doing," and that's how this all started coming out. Yeah, under investigation period. You're done for period. We're gonna go through Byte by Go, and I'm gonna go through a lot of their schematics and things like that that they do, and I'm gonna show you like some of the things that you need to be like mindful of and be aware of in cybersecurity. And this 37 file that I'm gonna put in the chat box and the description box for this video. So sorry if a little bit. Remember, I have good Wi-Fi here. They're playing with the entire internet, right? Right. Storing passwords because all these data breaches and your password compromised. How are they doing that? Why is it that you have to constantly keep on signing back into Google? Are you sure that they're not like sharding the database and getting you to sign back in so that it gets logged onto like an alternate database in Kubernetes because Google is on a tensor flow because Google made TensorFlow? So you decided that you're gonna play with the whole entire internet. Okay, I'm gonna wait for you guys. Thank you, and that's what's gonna end up happening. And that's why I'm like, whatever they're thinking that they're gonna get, they haven't gotten anything. They're not getting anything. That's just done for. So now you guys have seen all the chaos that they created and all the nonsense. The last thing that I have to show you what's happening in Atlanta, screaming at my ear all day. Mm-mm. 3 days ago. And there's somebody that I also uh, used to work with. Just gonna say that. And she taking he'll be taking over the role from the interim superintendent. Thank you. So it says it right here. So they did get a new superintendent. They did. Okay. Yeah. So he's new. He's going to be done. They had one before that. She's done interim. So then they had somebody else. So you're right. In the past 3 years, the past 2 to 3 years, they've had about 3 to 4 superintendents. Lisa Herring, 2020. What's 2020? Then they had another lady, Lisa Herring. Let me look her up. I saw her photo. I can tell you what she looks like. Okay, this is the woman that they had. And then they got a new person um, there. And then there was someone else before her. And it's because of two families that are beefing because of what is going on with dishonorable people of color getting like Latifah Simon playing with white people and lighting up our entire hood and people going missing for clinical trials. No, but I saw you. You were with him, a white officer, and you said you could just take him. And you got a stack of money, and I ran away. I ran for my life, and I got out. Yeah, these kids in Atlanta, I'm telling you right now, those murders going up in Atlanta are so out of control. I just want you to Google it. 11 and 12-year-olds getting shot. Here, 2 13-year-olds killed. This is just a few days ago. 12-year-old shot multiple times. That was in May. What are you talking about? July, right? Cold homicide cases. This is going to start a war if I click on this link. Yeah, you guys need to come and see this. Atlanta triple shooting, double shooting. Yeah, 2022. 12-year-old and 15-year-old. Okay, the youth violence is out of control. Let's go over there and try to make money. Alicia Garza did that. Okay, I can go to Atlanta and I can like go fundraise and say that we can do this and do that. Oh, we heard about you in Oakland, Miss Garza. Okay, we know that you can't accept 501c3 donations anymore because of your involvement in a gang stalking case. I'm sorry, that's so disgraceful in our community. We're not giving you anything. I don't know why you're here. Alicia Garza, Black Lives Matter. Yeah, because that's Latifah Simon's best friend, Alicia Garza. She left Oakland. She got ran out of Oakland. 37, because magic and drama is following them. Again, just magic. They're playing spell work. Latifah Simon's other best friend that they grew up together, London Breed, the mayor of San Francisco. Are you guys kidding? Yeah, yeah. Very ignorant and delusional. So that's what was going on. So that's why these females thought that they were going to get rich and play with your name and do all that. Right, right. Latifah Simon, Alicia Garza. Right. Yeah. Who's my best friend? Different wigs and stuff like that. What happened to all the money that they gave them? It got taken away. Black Lives Matter. I'm no longer Black Lives Matter. I'm Black Futures Lab. What happened to the money that Black Lives Matter got? They knew that they were going to spend it on Jeeps and houses and clothes and shoes and mansions. That's what they did. So then some of you guys are going to find out that Black Lives Matter, right here. Black Lives Matter Global Network, and then Black Lives Matter. So one is Black Lives Matter Global Network, and one is Black Lives Matter. Do you see what they did? Yeah, but we knew that they were all ops and they were all goofy because for several years everyone was complaining about them. So we specifically picked out the ops by watching all the drama, playing with spell work on Etsy, paying certain people, making sure certain people went missing and stuff like that, so that the social justice activists that were solid would get traumatized and things like that, cause drama, steal from them so that they wouldn't be able to organize and get themselves out of jail when they protest, and then we gave them money, the ops. Over. That's over. Why? Because the computer is broken. That's done. I make one app. There's a certain app that I'm going to make. It's going to make billions of dollars overnight. You're going to find out. Over. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to let this keep on going. Steal what code? That's done for. Not a single person will buy that if it's not from my hand because they saw this. Yeah, but she has to activate it though because my code only worked only after I spoke to Daisy. That's how the computer works now. It's you have no idea how they built the internet. That's going to come out. I can't talk about it right now. This is more on the professional tip. Locked, done, over. So we need to do rituals so we can get magical coding powers. Yeah. And the feds have all those conversations recorded because that technology is tapped. But oh, yeah, that technology is not real. That's so crazy. I'm so tired of her in my life. She did this, she did that. Mm. Neural Rights Foundation. Yeah, we created this technology for mind reading. It can help blind people and stuff like that, but it hasn't. Oh, they're on Medi-Cal, stuff like that. Don't worry about it. Most of them are like they're on disability. We're not going to really make money from them. Right, but I keep on mentioning another Pazuski, Mr. Pazuski or Pazuska. And you're wow, and you know him, yeah, I know him very well, and they're related. I know this man very well. So when he came around again, I said, "What are you doing? And why are you talking to me in virtual reality?" I'll buy you flowers. Okay. Um, why am I hearing your voice? And why is your dad telling me that I'm gonna be held hostage? And what is this? It's actually kind of funny. Oh, you're so cute. Is that how you like get at people? Yeah, I just like you. Yes. He's from Poland. Yeah, I just like you. Like, what's the problem? So am I supposed to like think that that's cute that you uploaded me to radiation and your cousin's like playing in like my bank account? So now I want to move towards something else. So I don't date because I don't want men getting like stalked and harassed. Like I just want this to be over so I can like live my life. Or is that like the point? Yeah, you got your priorities straight though. I'm not going to really talk about this, but I feel like you guys should come and see like cold homicide cases and crime statistics and stuff like that that's going on here. This is really ridiculous. So I just ooh wee. Yeah, I don't want to go into that, but there's something about like a few of the recent ones. They need to reorganize like their data here, so it's like very relevant. But there's some things that have like gone on that you guys need to look into in Atlanta about um uh the current shootings that have happened because they were playing with people's kids. Yeah, done for it. Black Lives Matter because they're not giving it to them. Because they what they did in the community, you did what? Why am I hearing that you're like chasing a black woman with spell work and there's white men involved in court and you try to put something on her so that she couldn't go to because then you plan to get involved with a bunch of white people that she can sue. So then what you did was you put something on her so that she couldn't file in the court, but she can still file federally. Whoops. But then what you went ahead and did was that you went into the federal system so that oh, if any of her name is here, it would like go to like a specific like a judge and then we can read the court case. Okay, so then her coding work, then you got on her computer playing because we see that everyone's watching because look at this will bite bite go in Department of Homeland Security. Thank you. And now you see what's going on here and what's happening in the chaos that's getting ensued because people just will not leave me alone. I just don't know what it is. I don't know. Black women have always been like it, but individuals are just like taking it a little bit too far. It just went too. I just think it needs to stop. Now there's something on top of that with them being involved with certain federal agents. Like, oh, there's a federal agent that's like advocating for her. He's watching her videos. He's bringing it up, stalking and harassing other black and brown agents because of how this affected their community and how this affected their constituents. And then white women coming to work with that technology, like, oh, he's cute. Oh, well, yeah. If you want a promotion, if you want to keep your job, you know what you have to do. Hey, I'm so sorry. Were you threatening me last night? I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I think you need a mental evaluation. Yeah, please stand up and put your hands behind your back. What are you talking about? You need to be 5250. Federal agents, CIA, DOD agents, black and brown ones. Thank you. That's all I have to say. It's done. So you're just going to see a few more things happen. There's going to be more raids. There's going to be a huge, some incidents getting put on national television. The streets are going to descend into chaos. It's going to be like the 90s again. It's going to be like the 70s again. The 80s and the 90s were actually quiet compared to the 70s. It just wasn't really on TV. Right? Certain technologies weren't out, like data capacity and things like that. We didn't even have really Xerox back then. So I just wanted to tell you guys, like, this is what's going on in our community, and this is like what they invoked, and this is what they tried, and this is now like why there's a bunch of stuff coming on happening. And for some of you guys that watch my channel, I just want to remind you of something. There's like an episode I put on here. I know you know my ex, and that's what was happening with clinical trials and somebody getting followed around Boston. You know, what's the drama? And people hacking the Wi-Fi at Impact Hub, where I used to work at, and like getting into everyone's Salesforce and data. Yeah, that's another thing that they were doing, playing at the tech companies and all the nonprofits use Salesforce. Like, oh, we get it for free. TechCrunch, we get code tech for free. So they have access to everyone's data, and then like, oh, okay, we can get like this like GitHub account. It's cheap, yeah, because GitHub's kind of expensive. And all your code is gone, and all of a sudden Sam Altman. And another thing that's going to come up is how they have sex in their families. Because I've been mentioning that for months. Because I have proof. Because I went to high school with some of them. And Daisy, I just have to tell you, my dad is just like, he's just a problem to me sometimes. I don't know, he, like, touches me and he says that it's called, like, early love and more love, but I don't like it. And I have a boyfriend now, I just was hoping that he'd leave me alone. "Oh, I'm so sorry, Kitty, what's wrong?" Because I was friends with all these, like, girls, like, I was friends with everybody. Yeah, oh, yeah, she's so crazy, that's why would you even say something like that? Sam Altman's sister. Yeah, Sam Altman, OpenAI CEO, right? She told on him, yeah, that they have sex in their family. Yeah, we're gonna get this code for mother, and we're gonna be famous, and we're gonna be this and that. Yeah, well, it's just called early love. Yeah, she exposed him because she asked them for money, and then like something ended up blowing up where she exposed her whole family. Yeah, that's what they do. It's just called early love. Yeah, and now they're in a mad dash for pharmacy because it makes you sick to perform incest. And now you see why Gavin Newsom's like, oh, we should invest in rare diseases. Yeah, but not too many people have those. That budget is like too out of control. Okay, but I made them a deal. If we can get this code and get this, then I can get them this. Right. And playing with every single immigrant group. They're looking for some special power for herb. There is none at all. Right. And now everyone is wondering why are all the beer companies like closing? What? Why? Because the beer is deactivated. Doesn't get people drunk anymore. Why? Because you stole most of it. You were kidnapping people to make it, labor trafficking, and then you were then playing with everyone else's alcohol business at the bottling companies and switching stuff out. Like people will never know. Okay, yeah, that is your stuff. You tested it. Okay, wow. And then playing in Spanish America, like, oh, you're getting arrested for gun trafficking. And next thing you know, like your alcohol farm is yeah, that's God. For who runs all those phytochemicals, or it's a plant. So that's telling you something that the plant has databases, and the plant itself has a tensor space, or the plant is a tensor space, or she's both. We don't understand the complexity of plants on Earth, but I'm a chemist, so I understand what's going on. She just shut down her orbitals. Her valence, like electrons, are like completely like going back to the nucleus, and that's just really done for, right? So now everyone's starting to see like, oh, so you were really playing like that, and then you were targeting Daisy because her family, and then you thought that by targeting her and playing with her name because she was like one of the strongest ones, and you can play with everybody, and it ended up exploding, and it's like still going, baby. And I'm just watching it like, wow, right. So I just encourage you to keep on going. I'm just going to keep on doing coding tutorials. All the black and brown developers are going to start getting mad, or even more mad. People are going to just keep on losing money. Some of you guys, again, I'm going to show you this website. Ooh, right. Yeah, there's federal agents that they're working out because they're getting ready for raids. Okay, I really felt that. Okay, right. So you need to tell me that I'm like handling like sensitive data and cases, and we're interviewing people, and you're screaming in my and tap so they can find out like about the data. What's the point? You just look at it on the front end of the website. Okay, good. I just like fixed a few things in space and then it just went again. I'm gonna tell you right now, there's gonna be like a major outage on the internet in the next few days. Some of you guys that watch my coding tutorial, you know about Akasha and things like that. So as the computer was like slowing down and things like that, I'm readjusting the different substance spaces that are running the internet. It's like intensive, but you guys have seen me sit here and code and you see what happens next and we track it on the internet using certain cybersecurity websites, downdetector.com, etc., and then tracking all the data breaches that then happen afterwards. Like, why is it after every time Daisy does a coding tutorial, there's like a major data breach? Because you're rehacking everything. I want to point you guys to layoffs that FYI so you can see everyone that got fired in tech for playing with me. Thank you. So now, one of the things that's going to come up here again is that these people want to go and play like that because the hand of a goofy person of color that's not really melanated activated them. And now there's going to be a bunch of black and brown legislators watching this, and you better just pick the right side because I'm going to tell you in a minute. There's a few white folks that saw this and said, Daisy, you know what? I'm just going to tell you right now. I completely think that you're great. Me and Adam Schiff, well, that's to be continued. I'm not going to talk too much about that. He's still working himself out. But there's some of these white folks that saw this and said, I'm not getting involved in that. I'm not going anywhere near that. You're having sex with your daughter. Now I see why she's acting so vicious when she was a child. You were doing that when she was like 12, 13. Now I see why she's so vicious. Right. Yeah. She's so abnormal. And she's playing with my daughter. Right. We're still associates. My daughter used to cry all the time. I just kept it quiet because I never knew. You've been doing magic on me to stay close to me because my family has a farm or and you started the California fires and I lost my home up north. So now I don't think I should have done that, Gavin. I should- right. Gavin Newsom swears like he's a Spanish man. Like, oh, I knew that was my past life because he's delusional. By the way, there's going to come something up with Gavin Newsom having sex with a Spanish woman and something with Mexico City, and I just don't want to talk about people getting fed human meat, which is another thing happening with the assembly member and two assemblywoman members. One is a Spanish woman. Hey, chica, and what does this mean? Oh, I don't think I bought this. I don't think it's like good anymore. I'm not gonna eat it. It was human meat. They wanted you to cook it so you can eat it and get sick. And that's what they did in Atlanta, but I'm a vegan. They brought human meat into my apartment. But somebody in that apartment ended up dying. And everyone's trying to figure out like how she died. They snuck into her apartment and put her human meat. So that's all you guys needed to see, and now you see what's going on. I want to let you know that they edit my channel. So it says like there's 9 people in the chat, and then I get offline, it's like 250 people, 300 people like watching at a time. And that's why you guys see some of those cover photos. So that's all I have for you guys. I just wanted to show you that things blew up, but wait, I have one more thing, and that's Mina Harris. Oh yeah, I'm an internet attorney, and my auntie was the attorney general for the state of California. She got certain technologies and we have them. So everyone in tech is finding out that I'm hacking their phone. And I got fired from Slack because I was playing, fired from Uber because I was finding people's number based on the Uber Eats accounts. And I was like doing a lot of like nonsense. And that's how I lost my Beats by Dre deal. Because I was playing with Daisy and Daisy emailed Dr. Dre's like ex-wife and she's a lawyer. And I lost my Beats by Dre deal. Right, and that's why I'm online because I don't see these, and there's only one photo because they dug this up from the past. Right. Okay. So they've been falling off the whole entire time. So now you guys are seeing. So the whole entire time that we were playing with you, the whole entire time that we were starting that, the whole entire time we were targeting different people, like, oh, they're playing with her, we can play with them, because that's what they got started. Like the police won't answer none of that. You were actually setting a bunch of people up to like invert the whole entire political field in the United States of America and in the UK. Oh, okay. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed.